Good morning, everyone. It's time for Advent Storytime, Day 2. And today we're looking at the story of Love in a Box. So, I wonder what your teddy looks like. This is my teddy. He's called Rolo. And the wonderful thing about Rolo is that he is also a cushion and a pillow. So on the nights that I'm feeling sad or in pain, I'll snuggle up to Rolo and he'll help me to feel better. So I wonder what your teddy looks like. I also wonder if you've got any presents yet for Christmas, or if you've wrapped any presents. But before we get into our story today, let's light our candle. Can you see the numbers are going down? We've let the candle burn long enough to have burnt the number 1 off. And now we're on day 2. So that means there are only 23 more sleeps till Christmas. I've got a fantastic gift last year for Christmas, and it's this beautiful wooden Christmas tree. And each day you add a new bauble to it. So yesterday's number 1 is there, and now I'm going to add number 2. I wonder what your advent calendar looks like. So, our story today, written by the wonderful Karen Clark. It's called Love in a Box. Dear little one, this is a story about giving someone a very special Christmas present. Jenny sat at the dining table, writing out her Christmas list for Santa, for Father Christmas. Jenny had her felt tip pens out and was decorating it beautifully. She knew lots of things that she wanted to add to the list, and it got longer and longer. I wonder if you started writing your Christmas list yet. I know I have. Can you see? This is my Christmas list this year. Cows, Frisian cows, and more cows. I wonder what's on your Christmas list. Come on now, said Mum. Time for bed. We have a busy day shopping tomorrow. Jenny and her mum set out early to the shops. Her mum explained that they would be buying a special gift for a little child who didn't have any gifts. Jenny was surprised when they went to the shoe shop first and wondered how her mum was going to buy shoes for a child they didn't know. How would they know the right size? But Mum asked for a shoebox, and the lady smiled and passed her one over the counter. How funny, thought Jenny. An empty box. It's empty, Mum, said Jenny. Her mum looked over and smiled. No, Jenny, it's full of love. Jenny and her mum went to the chemist and picked out a toothbrush and toothpaste, a flannel and soap. And Jenny thought it was a funny sort of gift. There was always soap and toothpaste in the bathroom, but Mum explained how some children do not have that at all. Next, they went into the toy shop and picked up some beads, a skipping rope, felt tips, pencils and a notebook, which was just like the one that Jenny had at home. Then Mum and Jenny went to the clothes shop and chose a hat and a scarf and a pair of gloves. Jenny guessed that the children might not have warm clothes either. Lastly, they went into a sweet shop and Jenny chose some sweets to go into the box as well. When they got home, Mum fetched out a box of wrapping paper and Jenny chose some bright, cheerful wrapping paper. Together they wrapped up the box and the lid, and Jenny drew a beautiful picture to go inside the lid. Carefully they put all the things that they had been out and bought, and Mum was just about to close the lid when Jenny came running into the room. She was carrying one of her very own teddy bears. Remember, we had our teddy bears at the start. And carefully put him into a box. The box was sent to a depot and went packed away into a lorry and taken over the sea on a very long journey to a country far away. The box was unpacked and then it was given to a little girl. That little girl was so happy. She had never been bought a gift before, and it was so exciting to unwrap and find all the little gifts from Jenny and her mum. That night she slept cuddling the teddy and knowing the love that came in a box. And Jenny also slept, knowing the love in the box as well. I have a heart-shaped box here. Love in a box. And in this box are some chocolates, a little bit like the chocolates and the sweets in the shoebox that Jenny and her mum put together. Normally at this time of year we produce Operation Christmas Child shoeboxes that go to places all over the world where children are struggling and live in poverty. Port Home Church in Selby is a collection point for these boxes. If you go any morning between the 7th and the following Sunday, you can pick up a box and then drop it off between 9, half 9 and 12, I think, and fill it with boxes. Fill the box with different gifts, a little bit like the ones I described to you in the story. This is a really good way to show love and to show we care about other people. There's also opportunity and need to give to the food bank in Selby and Goole this Christmas. Lots of people are struggling and living in poverty. If you can, please give and show that wonderful love that is shown at Christmas. Today's carol is Love Came Down at Christmas. And I'm just finding it. Love That's not the tune at all. Anyway, we'll read it together. Love came down at Christmas. Love, all lovely, love divine. Love was born at Christmas. Stars and angels gave the sign. Love shall be our token. Love shall be yours, and love be mine. Love to God and to all men. Love for plea and gift and sign. And there's a beautiful new setting of this song. And I'm going to read the verse to you and sing the chorus. I had a dream that I was standing on a hillside, and all the lights of town were shining far below, when up in the air beautiful voices sang a new song, let everyone know. Oh, and love shone down over the hills and over the valleys. Oh, and love shone down over the world. Someone spoke to me. I knew it was an angel. He said, there's something that I think you ought to know. Then he just smiled. Don't be afraid now. Sing a new song. Let everyone know. Oh, and love shone down over the hills and over the valleys. Oh, and love shone down over the world. And then he told me all about the baby Jesus, how to find him, where exactly I should go. Then he was joined by millions of others. Sing a new song, let everyone know. Oh, and love shone down over the hills, over the valleys. Oh, and love shone down over the world, over the world. I hope you have enjoyed today's story. Please do share it with your friends. And may you have a blessed Advent. May you find peace among the busyness. And we'll pray together as we finish. May the joy of the angels, the wonder of the shepherds, the worship of the wise men, and the peace of the Christ child be yours this Christmas time. Amen. And I'll see you again tomorrow at 9:30, or whatever time you catch up, if a later time suits better. You're welcome to watch this anytime. God bless. Goodbye.